US immigration climate right now is causing a lot of uncertainty for Canadian citizens and Canadian businesses doing business in the United States, and the potential tariffs that have now been put on pause, but also the upcoming renegotiation of the USMCA in 2026, as well as the trade agreements that the United States has entered into. And many Canadian businesses wonder what they can do in order to avoid these tariffs and what they can do from an immigration perspective that will enable them to do business in the United States with as limited interruptions as possible. And one of the easiest ways for Canadian business to get around this is to expand their operations into the United States. And the US does have immigration options for Canadian businesses who are doing business in the United States or who want to expand their business into the United States. And the two most common options that we have used to help Canadian businesses to continue to do business in the United States or to expand their business into the United States are through both the E2 investor visa as well as the L1 intra-company transfer visa, is what they call it. Now, the E2 visa is typically used for businesses who are securing a large investment in the United States. That is to either buy an existing company in the United States or to expand their operations into the United States by starting a new business in the United States. And the E2 visa allows the investors to then come in to manage their operations and their entity in the United States. It also facilitates the sending of necessary employees from Canada to the United States under the E2 visa to be able to help in those operations in the United States. The other visa we often use to help Canadian businesses is what is called the L1 Intra-Company Transfer Visa. Now, this is for established businesses in Canada that also want to open up an office in the United States, an affiliate, a branch, a related entity in the United States, and have separate operations inside the United States. And what that does is it allows the Canadian entity to then send qualified employees to that US operation under this L1 transfer visa. The good thing about the L1 transfer visa too is it can be done directly at a port of entry. The E2 visa must be done at a US consulate, and it can take a little bit of time in order to get your business registered as an E2 visa company. Whereas an L1 visa, as long as you have the components in place in the United States, the application is done at a port of entry, and the decision is made same day right there at a port of entry. So it facilitates quick transfer of employees to the United States as well as expansion of your business to the United States. And if you're already operating in the United States, well, the process is even quicker for you. So these are the two most common options that we see Canadian businesses use to be able to expand their operations in the United States to help facilitate an easier way to do business in the United States, as well as an easier transfer of employees back and forth in order to not interrupt their business operations in the United States despite tariff talks. And even during COVID, these individuals with qualifying visas were able to go back and forth from the United States and Canada without problems. So this is one way to insulate your business from potential interruptions. So if you are doing business in Canada and you are looking to do business in the United States, consider the E visa and the L1 visa.